Quarter Ninja presents.
Hello and welcome to Quarter Ninja's Lair, where we play games. Today we are playing Car Mechanic Simulator 2018, and this is the episode number 6 of our game engine guide. And let's keep talking and first put the first engine and start building, and then we will talk a little bit more about everything. So V8 twin turbo, let's find it. I have no idea honestly where it is, cannot remember. V8 twin turbo. When we find twin turbo we will know. This is 12 twin turbo, okay. V8 twin turbo, V6 twin turbo. This is V8 twin turbo DOHC. So what I want to do, I want to start build engines as fast as possible, because I can promise you we will have quite a long episode, because we do have quite a lot of things to do. Throttle and turbo exhaust manifold. Well, I think that probably will need two, but we will see. Because we have quite a lot of V6s, V12 and V10, so that's going to be a lot of work. And I decided also to drop in this last episode. I said we will not go to technical explanations, but then I decided we will actually, and I will not really technical explanations, but I will just try to briefly explain what actually things mean with engine. You probably know most of it, but I'm not the expert, as you know. I'm not the mechanic or anything. I did work in mechanic shop, you know, but as a manager I learned a thing or two, but still I'm not expert, you know, in that way. What I will do, I will just transfer to you some infos that I got, of course, from the internet and some sites that are dealing with that stuff, so we all are more clear about what we are doing here. So while we are assembling this, we will talk, well, not this, all the engines, we will talk about stuff. So this is V8. As you can imagine, V8 is actually about the engine that has pistons in V. You see, it is V if you look at that, like a letter V. And V8 means 8 cylinders, 8 pistons. We need to buy pistons again and stuff like that. Just give me a second and we will buy 40 pistons for now. We will need more, but let's go with 40. I think we will go with 60 actually, not 40. Let's go with 60. So that is V8, and this engine is called twin turbo, of course, because it has two turbochargers. That's kind of logical and everything, and it's DOHC, which is the dual overhead cams. Okay, so basically you should have 2 cams per engine head, and that's actually nothing special. You know, you have SOHC, which is a single overhead cam. We don't have rod cap. And that is very, very simple. There is no big, I don't know, complication with that. It's quite straightforward. And DOHC is dual, basically, overhead cams, and SOHC is single one. When you see these basically letters in next to the engine, then you know, is it single or dual overhead cam and things like that. So this one is V8, of course, 8 cylinders, 2 turbos, and dual overhead cams. Okay, V8, and we will cover all of most important, let's say, things and just mention them. Most of these I presume you already know. It's logical, and you know, there is not many things to talk about that. So while we are assembling this engine, this is Quattroporte engine, specific one for the Maserati, obviously. I'm not sure what parts do I have, so I will have to go in and buy stuff. we're assembling that. I just want to mention the usual, you know, like. So if you like what I'm doing here, just press the like button. Subscribe, of course, it's much appreciated, as always. As I'm saying, you know, it's good both for you and me. I get subscriber and you get to be part of community, and also, you know, to get notifications and see what's going on the channel, etc, etc. So I think we both in a way profit from that. Also be sure to kind of communicate, to, you know, write down what do you think about the channel, about the things we are doing here, what do you think about cars, you know, what cars you drive, you don't drive, what cars you like, you don't like, etc, etc. Why not? It's always interesting, you know, to hear what people have to say about things that they like, and, you know, some things that they don't like. Why not? Let's buy camshafts. So as you can see, DOHC, exactly what I mentioned, dual overhead cam. I'm just looking what else. Okay, spark plugs, and this kind of again, complicated engine. V8s are always complicated in a way. We do need two turbo exhaust, I'm absolutely sure, because it is a dual one. We will buy now another one, because we got only one. Well, we'll buy it later then, because we switched from Quattro Porte. We don't have cam gears, so yeah, now it's starting slowly to be again annoying, as we are losing our, we don't have our stuff actually, you know, and most of the things we spent, and that takes time now again to build everything from zero. But fortunately we have two cam loads, so at least something. In any case, big engine, very big engine. Again, V8, we had a lot of these V8s, as you know, and we will have today, if I'm not mistaken, 5 or so, with assorted V12 in and V10 even, and few i4s, I think, and one i3, inline 3, inline 4. We will talk about that a little bit later, because, you know, I was talking through my episodes, I will not talk anything technical, and I try to avoid that and just simply ignore it. But then I'm thinking this is the last episode, let's cover what we can, what we kind of can, just give a brief info about that. Of course, if you want to know more, as always, go to the website which deals with that, or even, you know, check some real life videos where people are talking about that. And, you know, you will know actually things that you really want to figure out. So yeah, that will be the best way. In any case, this engine building is just a part of our 1,000 cars journey. As you know, we are trying actually to buy, restore, repair and sell 1,000 cars. We are sitting on 960 or 955 at the moment. I cannot really say it on top of my head, I didn't check beforehand. It doesn't really matter, it's still less than 1,000, more than 900. So we are still there. What also we are doing there, don't forget, I'm always saying that we are not restoring mindlessly the same car over and over again, like taking Bolt Atlante or something and just restoring it for sake of it. No, what we are doing, we are installing and removing mods all the time. So we will try to do as many mods as we can. If there are two cars that are really viable from the same mod, like Lancia Stratos we did, or Peugeot 205, I'm just looking, Peugeot 205 Turbo 16, which had two distinctly different versions. We will do two versions. Now we, for example, we are waiting basically in our queue two BMW's 850i, which are both different. As you can see, this was actually a super fast build. I'm looking, we had most of the parts, that's about that. Beautiful V8 Twin-Turbo DOHC for the Quattro Porte. Goodbye. Next engine coming immediately on, it is V8 again, but this time I just need to find it. Bear with me again, please. This should be somewhere around somewhere actually, because I have no idea. V8 HEMI B. So we are doing HEMI engine, V8 HEMI V. This is V8 HEMI V. There are quite a lot of different HEMIs here, and this is the L block. I really sometimes hate this because there is so many different blocks and stuff, and you have to use all of it. I will take L immediately cover. I will take engine block L. Do we have heads that are L? No, I think heads are G or something. We will see in a moment. As you can see, you have these, wrong click. You have these dodge parts. We should have C's, yes. Filter we don't have. I will show you everything. Just give me a moment. Where are our filters? Oil filter, it's not here because it's OHV. Okay. Dodge parts, you know, like these this is the RAM version. Well, you have this normal Dodge, and then this I believe it is the RAM one. It doesn't really matter. Let's put what we can. We do have few parts here and there. I got some of them. Later we are going to buy this. Cover L, cover L. Where is cover L? Here. Let's buy two of these. Why I'm avoiding to buy way too many things? Because as you know, the inventory in the game can get a little bit stuck, you know, slow and stuff like that, so you shouldn't really overdo it. Again, it's not a big deal. You can always sell things that you don't need. You will get half of the money back, so not a big deal. If you're following my videos, maybe, and if you're now watching this one and you did follow the series and stuff, you will see that I have only 1 million now, and I had like more than 2 or so. And this is actually because I made dozens and dozens of engines, and all of them are paid with pure cash, no new cash, you know. And this is why we need to start very soon our restorations and start selling cars to make some money, and we will do that very soon. So you know, when I finish this episode, we are finished with guides. Actually, I did a game guide, as you know, probably it is 45 minutes or so of simple, I don't know how to call it even, just an explanation about the stuff going on into the game. Basically, you know, what is where, what you should do, shouldn't do, and stuff like that. So that is kinda what at the moment we have there. And we have these 6 engine actually guides, which are again not intended to be some sort of technical explanation about engine or so. They're more or less just pure builds, so you can see and understand how the engine is built, specific one. You have time codes everywhere, so you can just jump to things that are interesting you immediately and not need to bother. So OHVC, we need these pistons, and I will show this. You see this piston, how it is different, okay? This is HEMI actually piston for the HEMI engines, and the HEMI is hemispherical combustion chamber, okay? It has dome-shaped cylinders, and that is the point and piston tops, and these are the different, and HEMIs are working like that, you know, hemispherical, basically. That word means actually that it is half sphere, and this is why these pistons are shaped like you see hemisphere like that. So that is the main difference of HEMI engines actually compared to normal OHV, which is overhead valve engine. And this is a little bit again of the explanation. And HEMI engines, as you know, define Chryslers mostly, Dodge, whatever, I cannot even remember. I think, yeah, Dodge and Chrysler should be using HEMIs. And Ford, for example, is using Boss engines, although they are not using that name. And they're not using that name much, but the Boss engines are actually the Ford engines. Crankshaft bearing cap, I bought camshaft, okay. Yeah, I was looking like it looked wrong, and I was thinking, maybe I'm just imagining things. We need both of these anyway, so not really a problem at all. So this is interesting one, HEMI B. Although, you know, I didn't go to details and why the game has so many different HEMIs. One is V, one is A, one is V8, one is without V8, things like that. I presume the devs had to do it that way because, you know, it fitted the best, you know, to what they are doing at that given moment. So we have very many different engines that actually I needed maybe two, but doesn't really matter. That are, you know, the same concept and everything, but the engine itself is different with some different parts and stuff. I think the heads are G's. Yes, they are A and B heads, OHVGs. I'm slowly starting to kind of figure out what exactly goes where, and you'd have to understand that there is so many of these things that it's very hard to remember properly all of that. We don't have manifolds, which is sad. I sometimes buy, you know, multiple, sometimes I buy less, depends really how I feel at any given moment on what I think we will need. And also what I was talking about often, the way to assemble engine, the best way to assemble engine is actually your way, okay? So don't have anyone tells you this is the good way or this is the bad way. It is however you feel the most efficient way will be for you. And I think that is kind of the best explanation here in the game, especially, you know, however you feel at that any given moment you do it. So this one has, of course, 1,000,000 of spark plugs, as you can see. There is 8 of these. I need to re-switch to here. Millions of spark plugs, which again we need to buy. Same is with, bear with me, I want to find it, it's somewhere here. Yep, we'll buy like 7 of these, and spark plugs. As you know, spark plugs are going everywhere, so 20, 20 and 20, 60 spark plugs in our stock for now. That should be sufficient for some time. Do I have G rocker arms? I don't. I know I got them. I really got them. I had like a few sets, but unfortunately we did sell or used more or less all of these. So we are going to see how that goes. So we are at the last episode of engine WELSIC engine builds. Just give me a moment to find G heads. I think this is the B one and this is the A one. And now we covered all 62 engines. Well, we will cover when we finish this episode, of course, all 62 engines. Here is ignition coil. I do know that we need it. We need 8 pieces here. We will buy them immediately. And you can check all of them from episode 1 to 6. You do have all the basically time codes, all explanations, everything, so it's very easy, you know, in description everything is written down. It's very easy to check and find what you would like to watch. I don't expect anyone to watch all these videos, you know, they're not really here to be watched like really 2 hours straight to see every single engine, but more as a guidance and reminder, or just, you know, something where you can check and see how things are done if you are unsure, or you actually want to see how things are working and why something is going like that or this. Okay. Yet again, another 8 spark plugs, and we will have, I think, another HEMI definitely in this episode. So fear not, another HEMI is coming. We will see, but that is the last version of the HEMI that we have to make. There is quite a few in the game, and yes, when you're doing restorations, and like I'm doing at the moment, these 1,000 cars, you're actually looking to use every single of these engines. We do have quite a long way to go, really, and I think it will be interesting. V6B throttle, that is very specific, V6B throttle. If you look at that, I will buy 4, I don't know why, but I do have a feeling we use a lot of these, and I want to have them in stock. Okay, so cover L, I got it, I know. Let me just recheck. Here we need a filter, that is perfectly fine. what are we missing? Are we missing something? Except our gearbox stuff. Clutch plates we don't have. I know. I am aware of that. Except the gearbox stuff, I think this engine is actually perfect. Almost done, and we are doing extremely good job time-wise. I can promise you that, my dear friends. Okay, this should be, I think, it. This is for the manifold, exhaust, I think, and stuff. Yes, this is a beautiful, let me just mark it down. So HEMI BV8. And now let's take in something absolutely, completely and utterly different. I have no idea where it is, so bear with me. I'm doing my best to find it. 62 engines, it is here. So simple, the most simple, well, it's not really the most simple, but it is I4 or inline 4 engine, as you can imagine. These are, of course, 4 inline cylinders. I'm just buying what I know we need. I'm not sure which is running. Camshaft should be only one, crankshaft one. Block, head, pan, this. So my dear friends, just bear with me, please. I'm going, well, let's see, what do we have, what do we don't have, and then we are going to buy stuff that we are missing. I think that shouldn't be a problem. As you can see now, how I'm doing assembly, it's a little bit different. I'm, instead of moving immediately to, you know, engine and pistons and stuff, I'm simply putting stuff that is here that I can see immediately, and that's kind of, from my point of view, perfectly fine. And we don't have this, or we do. Actually, I got some when we were doing in previous episode our I4 something. Yes, actually that's that. As you can see, a lot of stuff can go in even before pistons are in the place. We need cam gear I6 later. I don't want to buy it now. Do we have arm? We do have arms. I think we need 2 arms for this engine. Actually, yes, the one arm here. No, this is arm A. Are we here on arm A? Let's take arm A. No. That was I6, am I correct? So arm A, and then we need cam gear I6. Was it B or normal one? Let us just check. Well, it was B. I will buy 2 because I actually have no clue how many do we need. Alternator at I6B, and I can tell you immediately we are sitting here and alternators are here, and I'm going to buy 5, okay? Because why not? Okay, let us see what we are missing here. A timing chain, perfect, we do have timing chain even, and cover. So all of this can be done, you know, in advance without even putting anything else in the cylinders, no pistons, nothing. And we should have also these, I think. And arm, and there is alternator, if I'm not mistaken. No, yeah, should be. Power steering pump, this is alternator. Yeah, this is alternator. I was just looking at the wrong thing. Okay, we don't have fans, or we have fans, we do. Okay, that's that. Let's add everything we can. Okay, let's just add. We don't have ignition coils. We are going to buy it, don't worry. But what I'm trying to accomplish at this moment is to add everything. I think even we have a cap. Perfect. Whatever we can add, let's add, and then we are going to move and add internals and the missing parts. You see, I have quite a lot of stuff in stock. I'm happy about that, actually. And what we are missing here, I'm looking at the moment. Okay, let's switch to our bottom of the engine, okay? Just 4 cylinders, these engines are breeze, easy to work on, you know, not many parts, like with a huge V8s or even V10s, and not to talk about V12s. We are going to have V12 very soon, and that's going to be a little bit more work than with this one. So this is inline 4, nothing special, you know, just inline 4 defines, you know, 4 cylinders inline. As you can imagine, it has the where it is, the camshaft is inside, you see here. So it has the crankshaft inside the engine block, not on the top, like, you know, with these overhead engines, DOHC, SOHC, etc. Okay, I think we should be able to turn this engine now and basically just put the rest of things. There is not too many, although there is a zillion of screws, and as I like to say, these screws in the game are here to screw with you actually. Why we didn't put cover here, I don't know, and we have this cover also here. Let's do the plugs, and I think we will have some wires that should go from here to here, and I think except ignition coil B, which we don't have, you remember. So I'm going now to find it and buy like 11 pieces. We always need these, not every engine has them, but we need them. Now let's finish the gearbox, and well, it's not gearbox, so that is completely wrongly said. This is the actual connection between gearbox and the engine, so clutch plate and flywheel and stuff like that. We don't have these small things. Okay, let's buy 11 of these yet again. Arbitrary numbers, I choose just the amount I feel I will need. Okay, this is i4, I'm just going to mark it here, pure, clean i4, nothing else, nothing more, goodbye, done. Now my dear friends, we are going with the beast. And that beast is, I need to see, V12, SOHC, twin turbo. This is a huge, big beast engine, which is, as we said, SOHC. This is Pagani engine, of course. There in the game we have only Pagani. Not sure what kind of parts do we need, and I have to be very honest. I will just try to buy what we need at given time, you know, when I need it. Because I really don't know. These two are different. We have two engines. You see steering pump V12, of course the twin steering pump V12, but I'm not sure. Probably pump, throttle, I have no idea, honestly. Let's just slowly build it. Crankshaft, I didn't buy it. That it has, I don't know what, I don't actually, where is, just a moment, this is crankshaft V12. It's here. I was thinking like, what the heck happened, why I don't see. What we are going to do, let's first, with this engine, I want first to do the pistons, okay? And this is again V12, and we spoke about V, it is V shape, and cylinders are set in V shape. Depends, you know, what angle. I think it can be, from what I remember, it can be different angle, you know, of the cylinders, how they're sitting in V. And that's that. This is the V12 engine, and you have V6s, you have V12s, you know, you have V10s and stuff like that. V8s, I think also, so all kinds of engines. Some are inline, some are V shape, some are boxer engines, which are, you know, Porsches. We did 3 boxers, you know, where cylinders are sitting horizontally, you know, and what else do we have? Well, I think we don't have anything else except inline boxer and V in the game at the moment. Okay, let's put the V12s, of course, as you can imagine, with V12 everything is 12 times almost everything, you know, and there is a lot of things to put in. But these engines are pretty straightforward, I can tell you, and you will not have many issues with them. From what I remember, they're relatively easy to assemble and not too complicated. Okay, we are missing something here. You see, you always check, because if you cannot close the oil pan, it means that you are missing something. Let's buy oil pan V12. It should be here. So I think we have filter 2. We'll check it immediately. Okay, so that would be that. I'm just looking. We have one. Okay, perfect. I believe I have steering pump here. Nice. Let's turn it over and just recheck what kind of heads we need. A head and B head for B. A head and B head for B. This is what I wanted to check, because I didn't want to buy something that we really don't need at the moment. As you can see, I'm barely over a million. I spent I think almost $1 million on these engines. 60 something engines is not a little thing, you know, there is really a lot of them. Intake manifold, again, it was B, so I will assume that everything is B here, and I will play with B and risk it just for sake of it. The worst thing that can happen, we need two throttles. We need this. For this, I'm not sure. Timing cover, do they have B timing cover? Yeah, probably. I'm quite sure this and this and this we are going to need. And yeah, fuel rail must go in, and manifolds, I believe these are the same on both Pagani engines, and we are going either to prove it or disprove it very soon. Throttle, I got 3 throttles, but we need only actually 1, it seems, which is perfectly fine. We have many V12 engines that we have to prepare for our builds anyway. Camshafts I didn't buy, so let me see. There are 2 camshafts, and these are B camshafts, okay. And I didn't buy filter and stuff. We are going to do that, not a big deal. Also turbos, we need 2 turbos, which we don't have, so let's buy these also. Probably thermostat we are going to need and stuff like that. But this is a big engine, so we have to start from somewhere, and as you know, I'm doing it completely randomly, whatever I feel, whatever I see, and I think the shortest path, my click shortest path will be there, I will do it, like here, you know, timing chain immediately because it's here. Timing gear we don't have it. I don't know how many we need. I know on Mercedes engine, on one of these you need 5. Sometimes you need only 1, so it really depends. From the engine to engine, and until you assemble the engine like 1,000 times, you will not know. Timing cover B, V12B, timing cover B, V12B, and timing cover. How many timing cover Bs we need? 2. So this is a different from the previous engine actually. This kind of covers, because the previous Pagani engine, a different one, has a different types of covers. It's okay, perfect, fine, no worries there. As I said, we are going to have so many cars with V12s that we are going to need more than 1 engine. So I'm not worried. This one has 2 water pump pulleys, as you can see, 2 of these, and crankshaft V8. Sometimes, I'm always saying that, crankshaft pulley V8. I have a feeling I'm buying these things, and these things are disappearing simply, you know, like they are melting, and you never have them, kinda. They're always missing from your inventory for one reason or another. I just bought way too many of them, I can promise you, but doesn't really matter. Belt B, V12, do I have belt B? Belt B, and I will buy a belt, as I said, doesn't really matter. So this is our engine number 4, and we are doing in this episode 11 engines. As you might remember, there is 62 engines in the game at the moment, and we did 10 in first 3 episodes. But what I managed to do in the process, I managed to do 1 engine twice in episode 1 and 3, if I'm not mistaken. It was completely irrelevant. I4 engine, which I by mistake did twice, and then that left us with the need to do 3 episodes with 11 engines each, which makes 63 engines minus 1 that we did, you know, that is 62. So camshaft cap, 10 of these. Let's buy them. This is the one. Let's buy them and let's do that. We will need coil packs, I know, and we are going to buy them soon. Just let me finish this. And as I said, V12 is not so complicated in a way. It is straightforward engine, you know, relatively easy to do, but it has huge amount of parts. That's the issue. Huge amount of parts, and you need to spend some time on that. And you see there is a lot of screws, and you have to spend time on that also. So yeah, it takes time, actually, it takes time. Nice. So we did this side, let's do this side, but maybe just to put spark plugs. So you see how many spark plugs? Look at that. It is actually a huge number, 2, 6, 4, 8, 10, 12, 24 per engine, and I bought 60 if you remember, and I can tell you we will buy 60 more when we are without them, left without them, and that will happen relatively soon. And next engine, yeah, next engine is another big engine, and that is another engine that is going to take a little bit of time. Okay, perfect. Coil pack goes in, head cover B goes in. Let's screw that in and do our gearbox system and see. We have few things missing. We will see now, like intercooler set, which goes on top. We need to screw it in. Okay, and here and here, and then you have these covers, intercooler cover B and A. Okay, this looks perfectly fine, and then you have your connection to the gearbox, and this should conclude this engine. I would hope so. Okay, let us see. I'm just looking here, nothing, everything is added. Yeah, this should be, you know, I hope it didn't happen that I missed something on any engine, but you know, if it did, well, I do apologize, but yeah, that's that. V12 SOHC, so basically the single overhead cam. As you can see, you know, there is one cam here overhead, and that's it. That's beautiful engine. Goodbye, and we are going with the next one. Well, next one is another freaking HEMI. This time is V8 OHV HEMI. So this is a different version of the HEMI engine, which we didn't do until now, and this is the one. You see, V8 OHV HEMI. Let's do that one. This is going to be interesting. I think this is C block, V8 OHV. Now, you see, C block is different in a way, and I am going to buy all these yellow things for C. Not sure what is going on here. I will not risk it at the moment. Let's see. I cannot remember what heads is using. So ignition coil, oil filter, all these things. Crankshaft we don't have. We need C crankshaft, which is here. I will buy 2. And we will need a C camshaft, which I'm sure we don't have yet. Again, we are going to buy 2, but we do have quite a few parts for V8, so I am hoping that we are going to have okay. And I really hoped, what was that actually? Cam gear V8 OHV. I'm thinking, is it 11 kind of good number? Let's see. Do we have these little chains? We do, and we should have. I didn't buy cover. How that is even possible? I know. I didn't come here and buy cover. We need water pump, and we will need actually the oil pan. And I think one of these goes up, but we will see. Let us just finish what we can here, and then we are going to move forward and do other stuff. So this is another HEMI, and trust me, we'll have one more HEMI. Way too many HEMIs. Well, it's never too much HEMIs, too many of them, but still, you know, There's a lot of V8s today. Again, most of the engines in the game I would feel are HEMIs, and you always have some parts that you miss, these random parts like clips, so you have to buy them. Fuel filter you can do. If you remember, I just got a pump, so let's do whatever we can here, you know, in this section, and then we are going to move forward and add whatever is necessary. I got 2 arms, and maybe that you have seen like a few minutes ago actually, and one is for alternator, and this is I6B, and other is for the pump, which is one we have. Fortunately for me, I just got these. And do we have belts? No. So OHVC belt, and this is, you know, why it's hard to really OHC. I said C and wrote C. This is why it's hard to remember, because you have all this, you see. Now I will buy C belt here, and maybe this is, again, if it's using C belts, then probably it will be both B and A, and I should buy more than one, but it doesn't really matter at the moment. We do have fans and stuff. We didn't yet move to our pistons. We are going to do it now. So these are our pistons. Let's put them yet again. This is oh, we need C. As you remember, HEMI engine, don't forget, is different. It has these specific pistons that are kinda, how to say, half sphere, and you know, they're not straight like normal pistons. You see, it is like this. This is related with hemispherical combustion chamber that HEMI engine has, which in turn, from what they say, allows better burning of the fuel, more performance and stuff like that. Well, we all know HEMI engines are really good, so I would say they're probably there on their money. Now, let's try to finish this HEMI as fast as we can and move forward. After the HEMI, we have something a little bit more simple, which will take less strain on us, and then again we will go with some big ass engines that need a lot of attention. Okay, so this is almost done. This part with pistons, only one rod more, and I think, well, rod cap to be precise. I got this, and perfect, done. Now let's check which heads do we need, because I really don't know. These are B and A OHVH. You see, it's completely different. Many times you will have a K or H or something else. So we need H. H and H, I would hope that is it. And then D, I don't know what cover it has. I have no idea. So better to just assemble it and move forward. Also we will need push rods. I think this has also push rods. How many? These are the Fs. So let's buy, I think it's 16 of them. And again we are starting with the most hated part of the engine build, push rods and rod caps. I'm not sure, is it one piece? It is G maybe? No, this is H. Rocker arms is H. I got G's but I don't have H. H is here. I will buy 4. Good, good, but at least something. This will allow us to have a little bit faster assembly. Also, top tip, as you know, I mentioned it in the previous episode and everything, do first spark plugs, it will be easier for you. Engine head cover A and B. Bear with me, engine head cover A and B. This is the A and I will buy 2. And where is the B? Engine head cover B, also I will buy 2. These are interestingly enough very specific, just a common or simple covers. So yeah, do we have? We do. For some strange reason I got these in stock and that's perfect. H, okay. We need intake manifold, which is H version, OHV H, this one. This is a dual carb one. 2 carbs, yeah, big ass engine really. Excuse my French, actually, I shouldn't say that, but that's not a bad word in a way, so not a big problem, I would say. Let's put these push rods in, and let's finish with the rocker arms, and that's that then. Good. Good. I like this. This is a little bit faster than normal OHVs or overhead valve engine. We don't have these, we have one. So the carb is H model. Carb is H model. I will be brave enough and buy 3 of these and just keep them in stock. Who knows, maybe we are going to need them relatively soon. Perfect. We don't have probably base, no. Again, if we are talking about H, do we have anything else for H? This is H, and the filter is H. I would probably, you know, say it must be H. Wouldn't be logical that is anything other than that. Yep, it is, and it looks very nice, as you can see. Wires are H also. Okay, let's ignition wires. I'm looking. We'll buy 2 sets for now, and we need also to do our manifold here. Also gearbox stuff, well, you know, gearbox connection, let's do that. And I think this engine is done. And today I do have a feeling that we don't have clutch pressure plate, that we are starting somehow to be more efficient today for some reason and doing things faster. Also, I do believe one of the reasons is we had some parts in stock, so we didn't need to go so often to our inventory. And as you can see, this is the beautiful one and only V8 OHV HEMI, which means V8 engine, overhead valves, a HEMI one. Let's remove it, and as I promised, this next one is a little bit more simple. It's just an i4 APZ. Let's find where is APZ. Actually, I don't know, honestly. I need to find it. i4 APZ is here. i4 DOHC APZ. This engine, I cannot remember this one. Actually, I have to be very honest. This is D block. Okay. Let's see and how that looks and do it. So this is D block. I would expect engine head to be D, okay, and I would expect if there is oil pan to be also D. And let's see what else do we need and work with that. So timing cover back. Interestingly enough, I have never seen that. I cannot remember. Timing cover back. Which one was that? Just to be on the safe side. B. We'll probably need both of these. I'm almost sure, so I will buy both. Okay, water pump we don't have. I got quite a few parts. I got crankshaft again. Crankshaft. And I will buy camshaft, of course. Is that the Lotus engine, actually? Yeah, it should be the Lotus engine. So, yeah, that is the Lotus one. Interesting enough. Good. Because there are quite a few Lotuses in the game, and I love them, of course. Who doesn't like Lotus? You know, you should not like it. So yeah. Okay, we need pistons definitely, because here without pistons nothing else goes on. So let's do it. This is the inline 4 again, and it is a dual camshaft overhead. So it will have 2 camshafts. I think I got one, or I didn't get any. Not sure. We will see when we go there. But we have to close the oil pan here and be able to, you know, work on the upper parts of the engine. This is relatively fast, so not a big problem at all. Oil pan, let's do it, and nice, I like it. So oil filter we should have, and that's that here. Let's just turn engine over, and good. Yeah, I got the proper block and everything. So all in all, we are doing pretty fine. This is an engine number 6 from what I see. We do not have intake manifold, but we are going to buy one. And actually I will be very specific here and buy just what I need, because these again, not sure how many do I need at the moment, and I think no build will need these. So with these I mean letter D, parts with D. Did I buy one now or not? Did I or not? Let's just risk it. No, we don't see. And exhaust manifold. So yeah, we will see how many of these parts we need. As you can see, we needed this one, 2 cam gears, because we have 2 camshafts, as I said. It is overhead. And I wanted, you know, as I was saying in all 5 episodes, we will not do anything technical. I will not explain anything about engine. I don't really want to do that. And then I realized, oh my goodness, we have enough time, why we wouldn't do that and just give a freaking brief and short explanation about, you know, stuff. And I hope now you have it. We explained everything until now, and there is not much more to be done, you know. We explained overhead, well, actually single dual overhead camshafts. We explained well, inline and V, and stuff like that. And I hope we did give enough explanation, at least for the basic understanding of how things are actually working. So that should be, I hope, pretty okay. We will need wires, I'm quite sure, and some other stuff. Let me see what goes where. So I4D fuel rail we don't have. I4D ignition wires. Yeah, that's okay, but fuel rail DI, and these are used very commonly and widely, so I'm going to buy more. Yes, DI comes here, and of course we don't have ignition wires cover, and we have to buy 1 ignition wires cover. Where are the ignition wires? Here. It's interesting little engine, a little bit different from what we were doing before. You know, this is a simple inline 4, nothing really so complicated in a way. What I want to do maybe first, the gearbox parts, like from here, and then we will do the rest of the parts that are missing. So bear with me for a moment. And I'm quite happy, honestly, because I can now concentrate. I was pushing with these episodes because I really felt from section list, oh, why I went to the inventory, to the shop. Because I felt we kinda really need to do that. I should have this, yes. And this will bring a little bit of kinda quality to the further gameplay, you know, when we do our restorations and stuff. Do we have front? We don't. Let me just see. Time and cover, but front, I think we need both of these. These are Lotus covers, so I'm quite sure I'm correct. And this will give us a chance to concentrate fully now on our playthrough. As you can see, this is 3rd or 4th episode I'm doing while this car is sitting there. As you know, I'm trying to first finish this and then continue with playthrough episodes. Fortunately, I have enough of these recorded, and they're sitting, you know, in the queue, so there is no big issue. But still, I like more, trust me, to restore cars than to build engines. In a way, you know, building engines is nice, but still. Okay, this is very nice, beautiful engine, the i4 DOHC APZ. And that is actually a Lotus engine. That's done, goodbye. And next one, oh my goodness, next one. Okay, next one. Ooh, next one. bear with me, my dear friends, bear with me for a bit until I find the thing. V8 SOHC BOSS RWD rear wheel drive. I'm not sure. RWD is rear wheel drive, nothing else. So yeah, this is going to be fun. Let's go and do it. So we are doing with this one, and I would hope we need two heads like this. So blue stuff, go for the blue stuff actually, go to the, I think this is going to be full blue engine. I will buy this one, and I will buy this one, and also I believe we should need this, and we will need one arm at least, this one, and this one. Now if I effed it up, V8i, didn't I buy V8i? Oh, that was actually a very, very wrong decision, my friends, because I got OHV stuff, not I stuff. Yet again, as you can imagine, we don't care, because I already know I need these blue engines, and I'm going to need them. Okay, let's start our build. Not a big deal at all. And this happens when you are trying to push yourself and you are not really kind of feeling it. And this is a very, very time consuming and a little bit mind blowing in a way job when you repeat stuff time after time after time after time, and you know, it's always the same. This is the reason why I decided to drop engines out from our restorations, in a way that I'm not building them, you know, when we are doing restorations, but I'm actually doing that kinda, you know, building engines and then just dropping them finished in. And trust me, that is much better way. Imagine if we always disassemble the engine, assemble the engine. That would take an hour just for one engine. Well, not hour, but you know, at least 30 minutes, and it would be really boring. This way that we are doing now our restorations, you know, we have wheels prepared, we have all the shocks necessary most of the time, but shocks are so fast that sometimes I just make them on fly, and we do have engines, so everything is just ready. We just drop it in the car, you know, put wheels, and you know, finish the car. And cars, we are doing at least 5 cars per episode, so we always have one episode and 5 cars in it. So I kind of enjoyed it. You feel free to check it. I think you are going to like it. It's very interesting, a lot of beautiful cars, different restorations. I'm not going crazy, you know, trying to make something super crazy. I'm just restoring cars to their former glory, nothing else, nothing more. We are not doing anything customized. Rarely, sometimes I will paint, you know, maybe rims or I don't know, hood or something, make car a little bit different, but mostly we are trying to do it, you know, as they are, just a pure restoration, and that's that. Okay, so this is again V8 SOHC single overhead camshaft. As you can see, we have 2 camshafts over the engine head, engine block here. These are the eyes, so let's find 2 eyes and let's use them. Not sure what do I have, what don't I have parts wise, but we will see. Intake manifold, again it is I, and do we have, I'm just looking, exhaust manifolds immediately because we're going to need them, and intake manifold. Do we have some wires? I'm going to buy both of these, and intake manifold is I, and that was here, I think somewhere, this one. I think this is the proper one. Let me, yes, it is. So both engine is actually Ford engine, and from what I read, they're really not using the Boss name as such at the moment for some reason, but these are actually the Boss engines, and they're like known for that. Okay, so, and these have, if you can see, I really like the design. Look at where the spark plugs are. Very, very interesting and kind of strange and unusual. And let's put them in and see. I don't think we have enough coils. No way, of course that we don't. We are going to use them later. Let's finish our camshaft cap. Okay. I do know what we need. I just need to find it. It's here. We need, I think, 8 of these. I need 8. And we can just drop them in. That is okay, you see. And then we will have, again, look at this. Just to re-switch focus. And then we have rocker arms. Yet again, we don't have them in the stock. I'm intentionally not buying many parts from this one because this is specific Ford. I'm not sure how many cars are using it. So at the moment I will just buy what we need and move forward and see if we need more. We are going to buy more. Loads of screws, as you can see, really a lot. And we are sitting at 1 hour in our actual episode. Do we have cam gears? No. Okay, this engine will take more because we have to buy every freaking single part. Yeah. It is what it is, my dear friends. Be patient and we are going to do it eventually. Didn't I buy exhaust manifolds just a few minutes ago? Exhaust manifolds. Ah, I know what I did. I got H. I misclicked. No problem there then. At least we know why we don't have them. Okay, now we need these chains, which probably we don't have. Yes, so let's buy the chains. Let's buy the chains, and these are these two. Also, what kind of belt? Let's see. We will see. I think it's better to just put it in and figure out later. Timing shoe, we don't have one, I'm quite sure. We need 2. These are again correct, yes. This Boss engine is interesting, a pretty big job, kinda, not simple to finish. Also, we don't have most of the parts or almost nothing. This is and that is kind of making the job as such a little bit lengthy and more demanding, which yet again it's not a big deal. We are going to finish that pretty fast, but it could be faster if we had enough parts in stock. Now we don't, so that's the thing we have to live with. It doesn't really matter. This is the Boss engine. I'm looking what is the next. Oof. The next one is going to be another little pain, but I hope everything will be good. A serpentine belt, was that V8 proper or I? Just to be sure, this is V8I. That is the one, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not. And this is the tensioner. Okay. Head cover A and B. We need to buy them. Let's do that. Head cover A and B. This is for the I. Where it is? Head cover A. V8. Okay, let me check. Head cover B, V8I. Head cover B, V8. Okay, let's shorten the list of the parts, although it's not really short. Head cover. I'm completely confused. I'm not seeing that part. Head cover A. This is V8. V8. let me check again. Head cover B, V8I. Head cover B, V8I. Head cover B. See, it didn't pop there for some reason, and I'm kind of confused why. Strange. We have B and we need A. Yeah, very, very strange. Let's buy A and move forward. Yeah, confusing. Actually confusing, and we need coils. Let's do coils also. So we lost a little bit of time by looking at why we cannot see that head cover. And these things happen, I presume, sometimes, you know, and the search in this game is really not the greatest. I'm kinda, maybe there are some wildcards you can use for searching, which I didn't try really. It doesn't make much sense, and I don't know, who knows really. Okay, and that's the head. Yes, sometimes, you know, I was searching sometimes for some products and couldn't find them, and I had to tweak search a little bit, and it was strange, but it was what it was. So as you can see, this one has 8 spark plugs on each side, of course, and we need new spark plugs. And also it has very interesting setup in basically V, I would say, for spark plugs, you know, for here, for there. Look at that, very interesting. I really like it. I kinda think it's cool looking, if nothing else, although I know these engines are really high performance, really good, but yeah. Okay, so my dear friends, if we didn't do gear, yeah, we did everything. So that was a little bit more of a challenge in a way, a little bit longer job. V8 SOHC Boss rear wheel drive, or RWD. So we are removing that and going with another big beast. Give me a moment. Give me a moment, a moment, a moment. V10 OHVA. Okay, that is another V10 that is actually, I think, completely same like the freaking normal one, but a little bit tweaked. So what we have to do, from what I know, this is the engine block A, and we should probably use these engine head A and B. I would go for that. Same is with covers A and B. Also, let's see what manifolds. Okay, before manifolds, let's just put the block in. This is Dodge, so whatever. We don't have fuel filters. Astonishing, simply. So this we need, what is this? Is OHV, should have single cam shaft, actually only one. Let's buy 11 fuel filters, because as you can see we didn't have a single one. So as I said, single camshaft, it is OHV engine after all, and that's kind of very simple to figure out. I went out from my mount mode, and we go back to V10. So we did have this one, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, of course. Oh my goodness, we don't have anything. Timing chain. V10A, I'm not sure. I will buy belt, these rocker arms, how many do we need? Oil pan, yeah, let's slowly build the engine, not a big deal. After all, this is our freaking last episode of the engine builds. the episode number 6 with 11 engines in, and this last episode concludes, you know, the series, and we have all of we don't have a single V10 part. Okay, that means I simply didn't buy these, and I don't really need them. And we have all 62 engines, and we don't even have oil filters. Now I'm getting annoyed, really, a little bit. Ignition wires B and A. Okay, let's slowly build it. This concludes SOHC series, all 62 engines covered. We showed all of them, assembled all of them, and even in this last episode we explained a little bit about all these technical terms, including SOHC, which is single overhead cam, DOHC, which is dual overhead cams, similar thing. Then you have overhead valve, engine, which is basically OHV. Then we explained, straight engines, V engines, things like that. So I hope we managed to shed a little bit of light on all this technical terminology, and now you know a little bit better what is what. Although, for more info, feel free to check internet, and there is a really ample amount of information, useful information, and you can find whatever is necessary there. Now let me just do pistons as always. Let's close the engine, and then we are moving forward. So this is V10, another big engine, which will take a little bit of time to prepare and finish. Nothing we can do about that except work on it. So 1 hour 11 minutes at the moment, and I can tell you we are not really doing great time wise, because we have to do 4 more engines, including this one, and it will actually take time. Okay, and I promise myself, before I make a single new engine, I will simply assemble cars with all these engines we have. All these engines we have, because I think I had enough of engine assembly for some time. We have now around 60 engines in stock in our inventory, and less than 1 million. And I'm going now to do cars and slowly, get rid of all these engines. And when I get rid of like 50 at least of them, in terms of, doing at least 50 more restorations, then I can start preparing new engines in advance. But this is kind of nice in a way, because now I can actually relax and not do engines for quite some time. So that's not such a bad thing after all. Okay, so that's done. What we want to do now, as always, turn engine and just go with upper parts. I think I got heads. Yes, I did. Ooh, how many screws? My goodness, way too many. We had 2 even. It's okay. The good thing with the game is that you can screw these things, either from here or there, doesn't really matter much. Are these the normal push rods? No, these are the V10A push rods, which we need to buy. And from what I actually know, we need 20, and we will need, I think, 20 rocker arms. I hate it, but nothing can be done about that. Let's just do it. Stop bitching and start working, what people would say, Let's do it. This is the last V10 for our engines, actually. So this V10 is the last one. What is left for us, guys, after this is one simple i3 engine, actually, which is the second i3 engine in the game. There are 2 of them, and we did only one. And after that we have, unfortunately, well, it's not unfortunately, but it will take time. We have 2 V8s, and one of these is going to be actual HEMI. So yeah, that's going to be interesting. We are now 1 hour 14 minutes. I can only promise you that I firmly believe we are going to go under the 2 hours mark with this episode, which actually is not so bad. We managed to do all episodes in under 2 hours, and I kind of like it because I'm trying to cut all my episodes to 2 hour marks, you know, around 2 hours, and most of my episodes are actually 2 hours, a few more seconds on top of that, but you know, I'm trying to do that. Do we have intake manifold? We didn't buy one because I don't know why. We need A1. Oops, A1? Oof, good. I was thinking, did I buy something wrong now? Look at number of screws. God, this is simply amazing. Okay, and then let's do internals here again. So you have to push in 10 push rods, okay? So it's 10. Every push is 2 clicks actually. You have to keep mouse down and then press enter, or even press mouse, which is even slower. And then you have 10 rocker arms, but every is again long press, click, long press, click, long press. So as you can imagine, this takes actual time, and you know, it's not easy to do it. But as I said, I will have more than 60 engines ready for restorations. That's astonishing number. Never ever in my gaming career in this game I had not nearly engines like that. You know, I had a few of these prepared, but never more than 60. And now we have 60, and that is perfect. I know I will have to make 1 or 2 for these specific restorations where we have 2 cars with same engine and stuff like that. I was talking about, if you remember, about the BMW 850 CSI, one of cars that I really loved as a young guy, you know, as a person. I really enjoyed, you know, looking that car, and it was astonishing. I never had opportunity actually to drive one and be in one or so, but I still love it. I think it's a great car. I'm looking, we need 2 fuel rails and 10 ignition coils. Okay, let me see. These were, I think, these fuel rails and 10 ignition coils. Okay, 10 of these, and also these are screws again on these coils. So yeah, that takes additional time, but we are almost there, guys. We are almost there, guys and girls. Actually, if there are girls watching, cover. We don't have ignition coil cover. Ignition coil cover, we have this one and this one, and this looks very nice because this is a Viper engine. Also throttle, we need 1 more throttle, I know that. This is the engine that goes to Viper, and I will have to buy one and restore one just because of this beautiful engine, although I'm quite sure some of the mods are running this engine as well, so it's not going to be an issue. I will find a specific car and restore it. Okay, and fuel rail goes here, and we still didn't do this. Yep, quite a big. This is the biggest engine after the V12 we did before. If you remember, we did restore one V12 today. This is okay, this is okay, this is okay. So my dear friends, V10 OHV A version is done, and goodbye. The next one, I told you, it's a little cute i3, but this is turbocharged i3 here. So nothing special. Do we have blocks? We don't. Let's do this fast and move to our I'm honestly not sure what do I need. Do I have B, A, B, C, D? Who knows? I'm just buying stuff randomly completely. Turbo, I will need one. Timing cover, throttle, thermostat. who cares? We'll need that eventually, so not a big deal. Let's do what we can. Yep. So this i3 will, I hope, will be very, very fast and short job, not much complication with this. And then we have two V8s, one is HEMI, one is just DOHC, so dual overhead camshafts, and that's that. That is going to be it for the series of engine guides. And I can tell you, I'm really happy to finish with that, because it is, as I mentioned, really, really tiring to do that time and time again and again. Okay, we don't have oil pan. I know I didn't buy it, and I should, but I didn't, so my bad. Okay, let's put oil pan and let's close it and turn it and just finish it as fast as we can. This is, as you know, turbocharged i3, a little engine i3, but it is turbocharged, so a little bit different than usual. Intake manifold we do have. I just got most of the parts that I could think of. We are going to miss, of course, I got one camshaft, although I know it is two camshaft engine, and we will need two of these. I think, yes, two cam gears, of course, a turbo, here it goes, 4 screws here, and then we will put first the spark plugs, and then what's here, camshaft cap i3, so 8 of these, if I'm not actually mistaken. 8, I think 8, we will see now. So let's do that, and I think we are good, very good, and yep. I'm listening, my cooler is making much more sound than it should, and I know why. I need to clean it, and that is what I'm going to do very, very soon. This full of dust. I don't really like it, but what can you do? I need to clean that and fix that. It lost ability to move enough air, and then it becomes louder because of all the dust, you know. You have to take care of comp, always clean whatever you can, especially these things like cooler, and if you have, you know, the fans, they need cleaning to do that. I have, for example, silent power supply, which doesn't have fan. It's very, very nice, but still you need to pay attention about all these things. Flywheel, yeah, we don't have, but I think this almost is done. Do we have thermostat? We do. Just want to put it in, and that should conclude, I think, this engine, and this is like a few minutes only, and not a big job. We are at 1 hour 22 minutes, and that's about that. Okay, we have some things missing. I just realized we don't have belts and stuff, and we should have them in. Let me just, oops, again we need i3, and I think we will need both of these. Yeah, we didn't put cover in, so that is something we have to do. Just a few more minutes, and of course, as we are trying to finish, we need more rollers, more this, more that, and nothing can be done about that. Let's do it. Let me see now. Cover, yeah, that's kind of what I was aiming for. And we have here the pulley, luckily one that we have left, and the last belt should go somewhere around here. Tensioner, and I think that's it. Yeah. That's that. So i3 turbocharged, you can see inline 3 cylinders, turbocharged engine, beautiful little interesting thing. It is done, cut from our list. And my dear friends, boys and girls, let's see, the last one is V8 OHV HEMI B. HEMI was A and B. OHV HEMI B. OHV HEMI B. I have no idea where it is, honestly. V8 OHV HEMI. V8 OHV HEMI B. Okay, this is the one. Not sure what machines these things are going in, but we will see. So V8 OHV, we know that it's OHV. It is a K block. Okay, this one. Do we have K? I think I can be brave enough and go with these Ks. And do we have cover for K? Oh, interesting enough, I will be brave enough and buy these covers. Also our manifolds. This is a Dodge actually, so it shouldn't be a big deal. This is fuel rail cover. This is fuel rail cover. I'm just looking kinda, you know, K. Okay, we will see. Let's not overdo it at the start. Let's just do whatever. Now we don't have this case, I know. Let's buy them. One and one is enough for now. Do we have cam gear? It's only one, I think, that we need. Also, do we have like special filter case? No. Or yes. Probably yes. But let's do this first. Yeah, my computer is really loud. It started to go crazy, so I really need to clean it. That is next order of business. As soon as we finish with this nice episode, I'm going to clean my comp and be sure that everything works properly. Wasn't the timing? I got water pump, which we need anyway. It doesn't really matter, but I needed this actually. Okay, perfect. This is slowly going in. Good. What I want to do next, this time I will just do it differently. I want first to put pistons, although we have so many parts that are ready to put in. We need 8C pistons, and as you know, we spoke about the HEMI already multiple times in this episode. You know that is basically hemispherical combustion chamber, and that these pistons are actually dome shaped, let's say, not flat like in other engines. So that's kinda why HEMI should have better performance and stuff. And it should have, I presume, does it? I don't know. I know it's a great engine, but then we have so many great engines today on the market. Well, not only today, but there were so many great engines, and they are. Yeah, I presume it depends on the approach of manufacturer and designers and things like that. Okay, almost done. Almost done. Perfect. And I want just to close it, and I didn't buy oil pan, I think. Indeed I did. Indeed I did. Cool. Now we can turn it over and finish what we can. Okay. So both engine heads we should have, and they're 10 screws each. That's always nice. More screws, more fun. There is like a lot of achievements. What I was looking today at Steam, and now like there are achievements for 1,000. Ooh, hello, beautiful. For 1,000, not 1,000 sold cars. For I don't know how many screws unscrewed and stuff like that. So there is lots of interesting things, I have to say. Fuel rail. Let's find it. Fuel rail, that is K. I think 2 would be enough. What do you reckon, guys? So I think in the process of doing all of that, we are going to get some very interesting and very rare achievements, which is always a very nice thing. Yet again, a lot of spark plugs, as you can imagine. Let's put whatever we can, and then we need to drive in, and we need case, which means again 8 cylinders, 16 push rods. Let's see what goes how and when. I'm not sure what kind of rocker arms are there, we will see now. Because this is an engine that I have to be honest and say I didn't do it before. I simply cannot remember this one because of this big thing here. Okay, rocker arms. Okay, let's find them and buy 2 of these. How many screws? Okay, only 10, not 20 or 15 or something. Perfect. Do we have heads? We do, and this is very nice color. These yellow heads, you have to admit, it fits the engine very well. I love it. Ignition coils K, we need 8 again. These are different than previous ones, as you can see, and we kinda didn't use them, and each of these has 2 screws. I can see immediately. I'm really happy because of that. More screws, better. We are faster going to accomplish, I don't know how many screws. We get some medal for that. Perfect, that's that. Okay, let's see. Throttle we don't have. What do we have? Let's put what we have, and what we don't have we are going to buy after we assemble all this stuff. Okay, we should have rollers. What is going on here? B roller. Okay, as I said, honestly, this is confusing engine a little bit. It's a little bit different in a way, so I'm trying just to figure everything properly out, not to screw up something. Serpentine belt K. What we want to do to find K serpentine belts, and these are here. Do they have 2 or only 1? There is 2, or maybe some supercharger belt, we will see. I'm actually not sure about that. This is a big one. This is actually a big one. We didn't buy pulley. Okay. You always have to remember to buy 1 pulley for these specific engines. They kind of always use them. I think we have this one also. Oof, more tensioners, more rollers. Wow. And this is throttle, specific throttle yet again. This is the one. I'm buying only one, as you can imagine, because I don't think this is going to be used very often on different engines. Wow, this is nice. Okay, let's put manifold in, and we are going to finish this side now. First plugs, okay, spark plugs, and then we are going with rods. So this is second to last engine. Basically, and there is not many things to do except finish with these internals here, close it, put covers, stuff like that, and actually that's it. Of course, we have the section that connects gearbox and engine. We will do that also, and we have almost finished another HEMI engine. Wow, happy me. And this one I have no idea where it goes in what car, but I will find out, don't worry, and we are going to use it. It would be stupid not to use all these beautiful things we have. Perfect, and I'm now below 1 million because I spent it all on engines. Good. Which is a proof that you can spend so much money on engines that actually, you know, it's hard to earn it. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, look at this. I think it is actually beautiful. So that was V8 OHV HEMI B version. Okay? The last engine in this series, last engine in this episode, the last engine is V8 DOHC BCN, if I'm not mistaken. So let's look for BCN. That is the last engine, and we are done, my dear friends. V8 BCN. I have no idea. I don't think I ever seen it actually. Not sure where it is, and oh, here. So this is the last one. Wow, quite happy with that. V8 engine block, classic. Let's switch to V8. V8 has too many things, you know, going on, and you need to really scroll through all of that. But doesn't really matter. Let's just this time I'm doing something completely different again. Well, it's not really different, but different way. I want first immediately. Do we have crankshaft? I didn't buy them, although you see, I think that's my mistake. I should have always two. That is a DOHC engine, so this one should have, as you know, 4 camshafts. So let's see. First we are going to put pistons in, because I do believe for this engine this is going to be the fastest way to assemble it, and I hope we're going to have enough, and we should have enough. Let me see, yeah, that's it. Perfect, rod caps, and let's finish engine as fast as possible and finish this series, and I'm really looking forward to finish it and do some more different stuff like restoration, etc, etc. Okay, good. Just looking not to forget any of these little things that needs to go in the engine, and 2 more and we are done. Now I didn't buy a cover oil pan actually, because I have no idea which one. So standard V8, okay, I could expect that. This is the big one, you know, big one. I will buy only one. As I said, we are not making any engines soon, so all these parts will wait in stock. I might even move them to my inventory in my warehouse, not to, you know, simply clutter my inventory here. That might be most probably the case, and what I'm going to do. Okay, fuel filter. So I'm doing now what I can to, you know, attach everything what I can from here easily. And do we have one? We have one, and that is amazing. Perfect. So that was from this side, and now we will switch and put engine heads and see what we have to do. We don't have engine heads, we need 2 V8. I don't know why I didn't buy them. They are actually, they should be somewhere at the end. No, they're at the beginning. They're at the beginning. Okay, 6 screws, nice, not 21 as usual. And we have, as I said, 2 cams per head. Now you know that already, of course. This is Stradale, so let's take Stradale, so you know now this is actually Stradale. We will buy throttle, because I do believe it can happen that, and I will risk with all this stuff because I can. Okay, manifold V8, we do have some in stock. That is superb, amazing, I love it. And let's see, first spark plugs, which if I'm not mistaken we are going again to not have enough. Perfect, let's buy spark plugs. I will buy 20 regardless, and cam gears we should have just enough for this engine. Amazing. Now we need to put this rail DIs we have. Nice, and you see I got throttle because I knew we are going to need it. This is a Maserati engine for Stradale. Maserati. There is a few Maseratis in this game also. We are going to do Sebring, of course, which is very nice. I like it. Stradale and whatever else is there. Why not? Especially we have engines, so why we wouldn't use it? Okay, a lot of screws here. Perfect. Now let me see. We need first to put these timing things here. Yet again, timing chains are missing these normal V8s, which I usually buy in numbers, but somehow it seems you always spend them all. I'm not going my numbers at the moment. As you know, this is the last engine in the series and we are not making more for quite some time, so I will not overburden the inventory at the moment. Timing, it's V8, normal V8, should be this one. Sure, I'm not sure what else we are going to need. We are going to get there when we get there. Good, and I'm quite happy, you know, I'm like a little kid in a candy shop. I know this is the last one when I had to push myself to do 10 engines, and you know, it's not easy. Trust me, try to do 10 engines 6 times over, it will get a little bit boring, and it is a repeatable thing, and you just repeat the same actions, especially every engine is the same, you know, and stuff like that. So one of the reasons why I really wanted to avoid doing engines, you know, in each episode of restoration is exactly this. It becomes boring and repeatable things that, you know, people really don't enjoy watching. Serpentine belt A, V8. That should be the normal, just a pure A belt for V8. And this should be this one. I expect that to be the case, yes. Also, what is interesting, don't forget the fact that we don't have simple air filter, that we are going to, is that the normal air filter? I think it was. Going to disassemble all the old engines. Well, you don't see that, I do that offline, of course, when you are not watching, because there is no reason to bother you with that. But we are going to disassemble old engines that we take from cars we are restoring. And very often these junkyard cars are really nothing, and you don't get anything useful there. But to be honest, on some little bit better cars and stuff, you are going to be able to really get huge amount of parts, and these are also going to be used in future, you know, engine builds, because why not? Actually, why not? After all these parts can be used, and we repair them, and it is cheaper than to buy new parts. Okay, my dear friends, from what I can see, I'm just looking at this is Stradale engine V8, and that is V8 DOHC BCN, so you know, that is last dual overhead camshaft engine. That is done. It can stay here. This is our shop, and as you can see, our Alfa Romeo Zagato still sitting here and waiting restorations, but we needed to do engines first. So you are in Quarter Ninja's lair, as you can see there. I like that in the game, so you can customize your shop and do stuff like that. In any case, that is about that. This is the last episode in our series, episode 6. All 62 engines are covered now. Everything is time coded, so if you want to go to specific engine, just click on the time code and you will go there. I hope you enjoyed this episode, as you know, you enjoyed, I hope, previous ones. And as always, like, subscribe, please comment, and that's that. I don't want to bother you anymore. Have a great day, stay safe. Take care about your family, do something you love, enjoy life, that is the most important thing, and I will see you really soon in our next restoration video. Until then, bye bye, have a great day.
Please subscribe to this channel, share and like this video. Thank you.